Hi Gemini, welcome to your December 2017 overview reading. I wanted to let all of you know that I am just so appreciative of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the love and support, the shares, the likes, the subscribing, all of that good stuff. And then thank you so much to everyone who works with me one-on-one. You guys are what make it possible for me to do these videos in the first place. And yeah, I'm just giving you guys a big, huge thank you. So I hope that you hear that. And then make sure, if you are interested, I am going to be doing a 2018 romance reading, love romance reading. So that I will talk about at the end. Okay, so where's this deck? Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with the angels for Gemini. Opal, your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. Okay, so this was the same thing that Libra got. But the key thing here is that it's not just about your literal children. If you have kids, then yes, this would apply. But it's also about your inner child or the children that you are interested in bringing into the world. So it's the children that you've had in the past. All of that is coming through. And then for the next message for the month, we have abundance. Harmonize your thinking with exactly what you desire to attract, and the universe will deliver. And that is, without a doubt, absolutely true. So make sure you're taking an attitude of abundance and watch the blessings or whatever pour in. Okay. And okay, so last month, if you guys watched the November readings, I was like, hey, I'm not doing timelines this month. Let me know what you guys want. And I got a mixed review. I got, some people are like, yes, we like the timeline. And then other people said, no, it puts too much expectation on what's going to happen for the month. I agree with both. So I found a compromise, which is I am only doing time frames around growth periods. So I'm not actually going to be doing the stuff around the environment or love life. This is strictly like your internal world. So these are going to read more like advice cards. So keep that in mind once I get to this segment of the reading, that it's like an advice card. All right. And then I'll clarify, do a 3-card pick, and we'll wrap up. Okay, so at the core of the month, we have Knight of Swords. This has been coming up a lot. So I think that there's something going on in the ether where people are really confronting their fears, because this is a reference to confronting your fears. It's not just about you being an air sign and that's what Knight of Swords is. No, this is about you really facing limiting beliefs and challenges head on and really breaking through all of that. So this is a really great card to see in the core of the spread. And the challenges we have is balance. Okay, so make sure that you are really working on that, because it might be challenging for you to achieve balance right now for whatever reason. It's just one of those things that we all try to work on, but it's easier said than done. So have some compassion for yourself when you feel out of balance. Just try to take one little step to push you back into balance and see how that goes. Okay, in the past, we have the Empress. So this is divine femininity, your ability to be nurturing and loving has kind of, you're now shifting into the healing. So it's like you may have been in healer mode, but now you're shifting into breaking through your own limiting beliefs and achieving balance with this idea of, the masculine and feminine energies. How much do you communicate? Gemini is all about communication, expression. And so it's all about balance. Like, that is the key. With the light comes the dark. And so it's just really about doing what you can to make that happen. Okay, and what's coming into your life? We have 8 of Wands. So this is good. You're really moving forward with something. You're really, you have good things coming in, which is where we have the abundance card kind of making an appearance. And so I'll clarify this. Actually, I'll just do it right now. Because it's like good things coming in. Yeah. What does that mean? Give me some more meat and potatoes, Tarot. Come on now. The Emperor. Boom. There we go. So it is moving towards, this is about having compassion within yourself, having the self-love in order to move forward. And then you also you're moving towards balance. We have the Empress and Emperor. Those are, each half of the coin, each side of the coin. So you really are shifting into that balance, and it looks like you are going to be able to achieve that, but it might take a little bit of pendulum swinging in the beginning. Okay, your goal for the month, 10 of Chalices, right? We all want that, as far as I know. No matter who you are or what you are into, particularly as human beings, outside of all the social mores and taboos or whatever, we all innately crave connection. And, even if there's a tremendous amount of fear that comes up around that, we all desire that intimacy to a certain extent, even if you have an avoidant attachment style or have a really adverse reaction to intimacy. At our core, as human beings, this is a huge drive and motivation. I don't know if you know about that study they did with the monkeys, or the little baby monkeys, where they were like, okay, we have a metal monkey that provides food, and then we have a soft, warm, stuffed monkey that, they had the option of going to, and the monkeys always chose the soft one that provided warmth and comfort, even though it didn't provide any sustenance. Anyway, it's really cool. You should look it up. Okay, so underneath the surface in the subconscious, we have the Chariot. Again, it's like you really do have that motivation to push forward with things and to achieve this balance. It looks like that's actually really on the forefront of your mind, because this pendulum swinging is an indication of that, where it's like, ooh, I have too much of this and I need to balance it out with that. And so you're using your energy to make that happen. Now, the advice for you this month is the Tower. Okay, so this is acceptance of change, evolution, and transformation within yourself. The more comfortable and confident you are with this, the easier it's going to get for you. And then in the external environment, we have Strength. So there's a reference to a Leo. You might have a Leo friend coming in to help, a Leo friend who is, this is showing up less as partnership and more as someone who is modeling balance for you, modeling either more of the masculine, it looks like more of the masculine, someone who's really able to show you a healthy way to exhibit those traits, especially if, if you are a female, it's kind of like you're able to look to other female friends to actually model healthy masculinity as well. But it's kind of like looking through a type of lens, a different type of lens when you reach out to your female friends for assistance with masculinity, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, and the hopes and fears for the month, 2 of Pentacles. It's kind of like you want decisions, but you don't want decisions. You want options, but kind of, sort of, not really. There's like the hope and the fear is indecision, having to decide. It's kind of like, yeah, it would be really nice if you had someone who could just decide for you. But in the same breath, it's like you also are craving that autonomy and independence, like the King of Swords or Knight of Swords. And the outcome for the month, we have the High Priestess. So really moving into a state of your own intuition. And I'm going to go ahead and clarify that card because it doesn't give a lot of context. It's more about you're just in this state of coming into understanding within your emotional self and your intuitive self. 8 of Coins. So this looks like there is a lot of work that needs to be done, and your intuition is kind of what's pushing that forward. Okay, and so now for the growth period, again, these are going to read like advice cards. So for the first quarter of the month, we have final step. There's one final thing that you need to do before everything gets wrapped up. The clarifier for that is the 5 of Cups. So, don't let disappointment scare you, because sometimes this is necessary if you're having something better come in. So if you get to the final step and you move forward with that and then it doesn't work out, that just means that it is sparing you. I can tell you that right now. This is a blessing in disguise, even if it's disappointing in the meantime. So especially if you're like, on the cusp of something, it could be either emotional, or, something in your environment. But really, this is just about trusting that with you moving forward with things, some things are going to fall to the side and some things are going to stick. So you just want to hold on to the things that stick and let everything else go. That is why the Tower is showing up as your advice card, because it's like you have to be okay with things changing, with plans changing. And the faster you're able to accept that, the more healing you're going to get out of the situation. Okay, so second quarter, we have pleasure and pain. Can you tell there's a theme of balance and, really assessing, what exactly is healthy destruction, what is... by healthy destruction, I mean, sometimes, things need to burn to the ground, like seriously, not literally, but, unless it's a natural forest fire. I'm sorry, I just really had to include that. I couldn't help myself because sometimes those are necessary too. Okay. So the clarity for that is 7 of Swords. So this is you figuring out how to navigate a situation and also holding on to the faith. You can see that their hands, I like this deck because it's just like hand gestures for the swords and the suit of swords, and so it's kind of like keep the faith, hold on, things are getting better, you just kind of have to roll with the punches right now. And the third quarter, we have throat chakra. Holy bejesus, this has come up for so many signs with the throat chakra. It's about speaking your truth. I do not know why this card continues to pop up in this position, but it's about you really articulating what is in your heart. Being okay, being open and honest through your communication. And we also have the King of Coins. So this could be you talking to a King of Coins. It could be you really, if you are dating a King of Coins, it's kind of like you're taking this approach of grounded, healthy communication, and it looks like you're in a good position to do that. And this is to everyone around you. This isn't to one specific person. This is about your own honoring your throat chakra at this time. And the fourth quarter, we have intuitive and psychic prowess. This is all about your ability to intuitively get information. Again, like with High Priestess, that's where you're leaving off at the end of the month. And so same thing here, final quarter, it's all about intuition, developing your own intuition, tuning into the messages that are going on around you. It's a great time to meditate and practice. You know, if you read tarot, it's kind of like, you know, do some readings for some friends or something. Just use that practice. And then we also have Six of Wands. So that's going to give you, I'm getting another message that with this, if you feel some disappointment coming up, or if you feel some resistance to the transformations that are going on, it's a good time to sink into metaphysics. If you haven't worked with me already, it's kind of like you could work with me or a practitioner that you feel really aligned with, and then that would help you kind of get some clarity around why it's happening, how you can best navigate the situation, etc., etc. So make sure that you are treating yourself to that. It looks like towards in December, it's like a good month to do that in particular. Okay, so I'm going to do a 3-card pick now. And I actually have 2 decks that I'm going to use for this. So if you have a specific question, go ahead and ask. Or if you just want some extra insight, you can just see what pops up for you. Okay, card number 1. Queen of Wands. So this is you really nurturing yourself. Can you see how she's like sprinkling magic dust onto the flowers? So it's like, you know, you really, that's the sign of nurturing. It's like you're taking the time to take care of everything around you. And this is really about the self. Take care of yourself. Okay, card number 2, we have 6 of Cups. So this is, it's interesting because it's like a really emotional time. So perhaps you are dealing with a soulmate and it's really intense right now. It's like happy and sad. Can you see her expression? It's like because she has tears there too. It's like happy and sad, intense, liberating, terrifying, all bundled up into one. And you really are in a place where you're moving forward with that. So just try to, you know, have some balance with yourself, be gentle with yourself. I swear that's like a message that I constantly have to give people, because as human beings, we have a natural tendency to be hard on ourselves, I think, across the board. Okay, so card number 3, we have 9 of Cups. So make a wish. For sure. And this is also about manifestation, because it's like, yes, the ultimate satisfaction, and then also taking an attitude of abundance and just really being able to look at it like, look at how much I have, and that will compound if you have that attitude. So take a moment, everyone, if you're watching this, make a wish. As I take a drink of water. Okay, card number 1, the Hermit. Retreat, taking some time to yourself. It looks like you kind of take a step back from socializing. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, it went away. Okay, this is a funky read. I'm so sorry, Geminis. You are getting me in like a really, you're catching me in an odd mood. Okay, so this is you kind of taking a step back and just becoming introspective and really seeing what do you want for yourself. Okay, card number 2, we have 10 of Chalices, right? Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I pull this card very often in this deck. So here's the thing, is it looks like there is an emotional offer, but in this deck specifically, it looks like there's a little bit of distance. So I don't think that this is going to manifest right away. It's kind of like, please just be patient. Focus on what you want, hold on to that possibility and vision, but don't overdo it. This is kind of like, yes, it's coming, just hold on. Like, he's right there. Like, just give it a minute. So be patient, give yourself some time. It's going to be okay. Just make sure that you are holding on to the belief that yes, it's possible, that yes, you can definitely have that emotional fulfillment coming in, whether you're coupled or not. Okay, and card number 3, we have 5 of Wands. So this is, again, it's a little bit combative. It's sitting right on top of that pleasure and pain card. So this is all about you really, it's like being at your wit's end is the message that is coming through. And so it's a really good time to get support from the people that care about you and from the people who are around you. You really, 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 I strongly advise that you get support if you feel really frustrated or if things aren't working out, anything like that. Make sure that you ask your friends for help because they are here to support you. And so that's it as far as the reading. But again, I am going to be putting up the 2018 general readings for the year. Those are different from the solar year reading. Just want to make that distinction. But if you're interested in the romance reading, then go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. Those are going to be coming out, I'm hoping, in December. So probably toward like the 3rd week of December, I'm going to try to send those out to everybody. So make sure that you are all signed up and that you include your birthday, because it's based on your birthday. Okay, so there's that. And don't forget, if you're looking to work with me one-on-one, or if you want to do a single question, if you just have a quick question you want me to answer, the links to make that happen are in the description box. So check that out, and what else? Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm always posting stuff on there, and you can get more card readings and all that good stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and thank you so much. I hope you have a great December, and I will see you next time.